and welcome to Ealing Earth Tarot. Today I decided to ask a very straightforward question using the Handler Tarot deck. It's a beautiful deck because it contains not just all the tarot symbols but also astrological, Egyptian, I Ching, all aspects from around the world. And I normally find that this deck is very informative and full of rich symbolisms, colors and so on. I don't think it's in print anymore. I used to use this pack for training students simply because of its richness in symbolism. So I've already shuffled the cards and I've turned them and laid them out, and I've gone for a 5-card spread when asking a specific question requiring a specific answer. Now, position 1 deals with the past, how the querent or the situation arises. The second one deals with what has to change. The third one deals with the present situation, how things are going. The fourth one deals with what must be changed, and then we have the outcome. Now, the question I asked was, will Joe Biden win and become the next president of the United States and sit in the office, the Oval Office? I think one has to be really specific because we've seen gerrymandering. We know that there's going to be lots of suppression of the vote and all types of tricks. He could win but not end up being in the presidency. So I wanted to know if he was actually going to win and if he was actually going to sit in the Oval Office as the next president of the United States. So let's see what we've got. The first card here deals with the past. Here we have the old man, and as we can see here, there are some footprints. What I get from this is that he was happy to walk in the shadow of great presidents and great people as the back end man. He was very happy to do that, and he was very reliable. And here you can see lots of hands where I believe he really enjoyed helping people, helping communities, helping industry from all around the world, but mainly in his own country. I can see here as well that with the dark paws, I'm sort of getting a dog's paw, that he would be considered a really good friend, a best friend, whoever he partnered up with. So he was happy to do that, and he really enjoyed doing that. And that was where he felt his greatest strength came from. So let's have a look at why and what has to be done about the current situation they find themselves in. Well, here we can see the card of interference. He has had to come out basically of retirement because the very foundation, as you can see, is a tree here. The very foundation of American rule of law and democracy is being attacked. and surrounded by invisible dark forces. I don't know if you can see here, I can see like the shadow of a dark soldier type person. And he has to deal with ensuring that all the misinformation, all the clouding over of the Constitution and the root of the United States is protected. And this by no means is a big job. And it would take somebody of immense integrity and also of steadfastness and honesty to really deal with this particular challenge that the Americans are finding themselves in. So here, I believe that he is having to really dig deep in ensuring that all the attacks, all the and misinformation and everything else, this messaging has to change. So the current situation, what have we got for that? Well, we have here the Two of Wands Dominion. This is saying that he is having to really apply and stick to his virtues, but also the virtues of what the United States was supposed to stand for. Here, what's caught my eye is the water being spilled. And this is, to me, the sanctity, if we can call it that, of the Americas being under attack. Also that he has to protect himself and stand fast, because again, we can see the hidden forces, the disguises, the tunnels and channels of people and things waiting to trip him up, to misinform, to lie. And as long as he sticks to his virtues, I think people will see that, because people are just simply tired all over the world. So what does he have to change? What has to change and what has to be done in order to secure victory? The Ace of Wands. This is igniting the spirit, the emotion of the American people. I think it's already been lit. And so now what he has to do is, you can see here this big seed which is in the shell of hope and water, to ensure that that is properly watered so that it can grow into a massive oak tree, and that the flame of enthusiasm, the flame of initiative, inspiration and so on cannot be put out. Also to stay focused, stick to the point, the objective. Do not allow oneself to be dissuaded and moved by the media and all the shenanigans going on around. Stay focused. Ensure that the acorn is properly watered so that it can grow, because if we look out into the horizon, the water and everything behind it really smacks of this flame, almost like the Olympic flame, cannot be put out. It's been lit, and now the baton has to be passed from person to person around the states, from perhaps governor to governor, from county to county, from people to people, to keep it going. This has to be maintained. And if that is maintained, well, what will be the outcome? Will he sit in the White House? Well, let's see. Look at that. That card clearly says victory. And basically, the leaves in the autumn, victory will be won by him if he stays focused. And again, here we have the 6 wands. This is telling me through the use of technology, this is going to play a major part. I think in the background, if they start to inform people of how to vote and how to vote quickly, because with the voter suppression concept going on board and misinformation, this can confuse people. And if one person goes to the booth and takes 45 minutes to vote, it elongates the whole process. So somewhere along the line, they need to educate people how to vote and vote quickly and get through the system. And also, to take photos of their ballots if possible, because this will help to prove that the voting was sincere, as we can see that the opponents are trying to claim that a majority win would be fraud. But this is clearly saying that victory will be his. He will sit in the seat of the White House in the he will win it, and he will sit in that seat. This is good news. I love these cards because again, they're full of symbolisms, and when I look at them, I can see a lot of information there. But I think without a shadow of a doubt, Joe Biden will win, provided he stays focused and concentrates on what he is doing. And he needs to be swift. He needs to deal with anything that is negative and destructive. He needs to slap it down straight away. The messaging and the information needs to be on point, and it really does need to capture what people want. I think that there is a thing in sales. Any company, anybody who ever becomes successful, it is because they've solved a problem swiftly. And America has a problem that needs to be solved quickly, and that message needs to be sent out to the people.